Hey guys, what are you up to?
Working on a little something.
Ooh, tell me more.
We're thinking we need a shift
A paradigm shift.
for severe challenging behavior.
Come see. We've created a training called Severe Challenging Behaviour, where we'll teach you some universal protocols, and it's a paradigm shift.
In this training, we're going to teach you why we need a shift, what is that shift exactly, how you can make a shift in your classroom and in your school, and the fact that the shift is only the beginning.
We're going to talk a lot about today's ABA, which is not to dominate, but to de-escalate, or better yet, prevent escalation in the first place. Today's ABA is not to coerce, but to listen, learn, guide, and coach. It's not to direct, restrain, or merely manage challenging behavior. It's to understand it, share, and shape. Today's ABA is to prioritize safety, rapport, and televisibility of what we do above all else. And this is a quote by Dr. Greg Hanley.
In this training, we will teach you how to stop pushing through challenging behavior, stop picking the battle, not follow through with an instruction, and to give in now. This is really important because our values are to prioritize safety, rapport with the student, and the televisability so that we can put everything we do with students with severe challenging behavior on the 5 o'clock news and be really proud of how we dealt with it.
Absolutely.
In the shift, we need to look at student needs. It's a shift in how we look at a variety of different needs. Let's first think about how we as a system address accommodating and modifying for students with physical challenges. We might have students with wheelchairs, assistive technology, they may need extra time transitioning, and we embrace and acknowledge that the student has those needs and that we will, of course, rise to the occasion to make them comfortable in this learning environment to be able to thrive. Another area we are already really good at accommodating and modifying for are social deficits. So we may have play programs in our schools, social skills workshops, clubs, sports. Teachers are really good at pairing up students that are good matches. And we know that those accommodations and modifications can really help students thrive at school.
Yeah.
Another area is cognitive. We give a lot of accommodations and modifications to students through assistive technology, more time on tests, highly individualized things like modifying grade level work. Those are things that we're really good at, once again, in our schools. The area that this training is going to focus on are those behavioral accommodations and modifications that are really just as important for our students who struggle in those areas. They may look like we need to stop pushing through severe challenging behavior. We need to give less demands and more flexibility. And really, we need to reduce those stressors for the student that are triggers for those severe problem behaviors. And we need to provide more reinforcing conditions. So we're super excited to deliver this training to you because it's really going to bring you on board with that fourth component, which is just as important as all of the other student needs.
That's right. So as Jen mentioned, we're going to talk a lot about the behavioral accommodations. And today's ABA is a process. So what we know is we want all of our students to flourish. We want them to be in those top branches right there, where they're learning skills like academics and social and play. However, first, a student needs to be able to transition from one activity to another. And before they're able to transition, we need them to be able to relinquish those really great conditions that they're in and cooperate with that, with building trust with an adult. First, they also need to be able to tolerate when they're told to wait for some conditions or when they're told that it's not available right now. And this is learning self-regulation through some of those disappointments. The first thing, though, we're going to do is we're always going to give them a communication way, a way that they can self-advocate for these conditions so that they can get back to them regularly. In order for us to be able to move up the branches of this tree, the ABA team would do something called a practical functional assessment. But what this training is really going to focus on is the roots, where the student can be in a condition where they are low to no problem behavior so that we can actually start teaching them the way up through these skills in the branches here.
So we know that it's time for a paradigm shift that prioritizes safety, rapport, and televisability.
So we invite you to come to our Severe Challenging Behavior Universal Protocols training, and it's coming soon. Our virtual release day is Friday, November 18th, And we have in-person options on January 27th and February 1st.
It's going to be great. See you there.
I gave them a good intro about what the training we're developing is going to be all about.
Yeah.
But what issues does it really target?
Well, there's so many issues that we're seeing right now, but the biggest being staff injuries, staff burnout, student restraints, broken relationships. I think it really addresses how to really reduce these.
I agree.
Okay? But why are we seeing these challenging behavior in school?
Well, we know, just like you said in the tree, the underlying skill deficits are communication, tolerance, relinquishing, transitioning, and trouble with cooperating with our daily tasks.
Yeah, you're right. And so it sounds like these things are really leading to severe challenging behavior in school. So who could take this training?
Everybody. In
Right?
fact, EAs, ECEs, teachers, principals, developmental assistants, resource inclusion, guidance, developmental specialists, and special assistant assignments.
This is amazing. And do you think finally that it's going to really fit in with like our department motto of trauma assumed care?
Absolutely. Dr. Greg Hanley's work, which is what all of this is all about, is really in line with trauma-informed care and trauma-assumed approaches.
I can't wait to go through the research in our training.
I can't wait.
See you then.
November 18th! Woohoo!